Greetings ladies and gentlemen, this is Catastropheless, and let's have a quick look at what the guys from 3D Realms have delivered us today. I've not heard much from the publisher for a very long time now indeed. Well, this is Iron Maiden. Sorry. Iron Maiden. As much as I would love to call it Iron Maiden, we will have to stick it with the Iron this time around. So what is it? Well, it is a first-person shooter developed by Voidpoint and published by 3D Realms, looking extremely similar to the late 90s titles like Blood, Duke Nukem 3D and Shadow Warrior, which used the famous build engine of the past. Does Iron Maiden hope to take a quick ride through our wallets, or does it live up to the hype surrounding it? Well, let's have a look. So we've had countless number of indie titles trying to imitate the old school FPS experience of the 90s, yet for me most of them have fallen flat on their faces because they have all used one or another modern game engine on which it is extremely difficult to replicate the feel and gameplay of the title's past. What sets Iron Maiden apart from the pack is that the developers have revitalized the original build engine. Sure, it has been modernized, and one could even say that it has been rewritten in order to support and take somewhat of an advantage of the modern hardware feature, and it shows. The moment you start a new game, the nostalgia tries to take over and you start remembering all those awesome times you had with the original 90s games. However, as this is a subjective look on the whole matter, then don't expect it all to be roses and meadows with unicorns. Now, from the technical standpoint, I am very glad to say that 21:9 ultra-wide aspect ratio resolutions are supported right out of the box, and the game runs like charm on both Linux and Windows systems. The HUD itself is locked to 16:9, and in this case I would say that it works out even better than when it would be tucked away in the far corners. The only time that you really notice that not everything is in 21:9 is the main menu. Namely, the background is in 16:9, which leaves the ultra-wide users with black pillars. I really couldn't care less about the way that the main menu appears, and I think neither do most of you guys. Game itself is currently in early access. And yes, you heard it right. Even publishers like 3D Realms are doing the early access thing nowadays. And what you get for your hard-earned money at this point is a short mission totaling around 1 hour of gameplay if you play through it and don't try to search for all the hidden secrets. Which is okay, take it as a demo, an introduction to the game and how it should play out when it finally comes out. Which is not okay though is the price that they're asking for. €19.99. Okay, I get it that it's an early access title and you will be buying the whole game at once. However, I just can't help myself from feeling like the whole project is just a cash grab which is riding on the nostalgia of the 90s shooters. But that's that, an opinion. Let's discuss what I found during my 1 hour experience of the Iron Maiden. Firstly, even though the 21:9 resolutions are natively supported, there are some in-game glitches which I noticed. They are nothing major and only appear when you're hugging the wall for secrets or similar. The far edges of the screen just seem to clip through a scenery a bit. Then there's the question of in-game music. And oh lord, am I gonna get much hate for this. However, I must say that I absolutely despise the music at the first level. Maybe I just wasn't in the zone for this, but I just felt really annoyed by it. It was also in a constant loop, which didn't even restart when I reloaded the game. Yet I must say that the music only got better from there, and the tune for the second level was already pretty amazing and fitting to the gameplay. On the topic of audio works, the sound effects are bloody well done. I love the rough clinging sound of your shell castings dropping on the ground, the glorious smack of the shotgun, and the satisfying sounds that your foes make when drawing their last breath. It is excellent, and that's all I have to say about it. I also wish that I could say the same about the main character though. She seems, well, meh. She has good one-liners which are ripped from older titles almost one-to-one at times, but other than that, well, meh. I checked that 3D Realms had published another game in the past called Bombshell, which was a top-down shooter and the main character is the same lady from that game. However, meh remains a meh. To quote a random bachelor, it's not you babe, it's me. I'm just not feeling it. On a better note though, the gameplay is simply amazing. It strikes an excellent balance of the old school shooter games with a pinch of modernism thrown into it. You get your typical variation of weapons like pistols, SMGs, shotguns, miniguns and etc. and they all feel good. Finally! This is what a lot of indie games miss when trying to imitate those 90s shooters. The gun models, the animations and the sounds never have the impact that they had back in the day. Well, at least this game nails it, and even should the story suck, it's the gameplay which matters when making such a shooter. So, to sum it up, would I dare recommend this game to anyone? Well, yes. It might sound ridiculous that I have no clue what the story is even going to be, but I don't even care because none of the 90s shooters shine with the glorious heroic storyline. Yes, there were exceptions like System Shock, however that wasn't exactly your run-of-the-mill fast-paced shooter, now was it? It simply has to do one thing and one thing only, to have excellent old-school gameplay with sweet gunplay. The rest is just aesthetics, and so far, yep, it does just that, and I have a feeling that a lot of it is due to the game engine. But what do you think? Are you planning on getting Iron Maiden during the early access period, after that, or not at all? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, have a lovely day, and bye bye.